innocent boys and girls. But now you're trying to pass your trauma, your vile affection to them, man. The Bible says because you don't want to fix your trauma, which is where your homosexuality stems from, which is where your gender dysphoria stems from, it stems from childhood trauma. It stems from mental illness and things like that. If you don't want to fix those mental illnesses, God's going to give you up to your vile affection. Read on.
That's right. For even their women did change their nature, using to that which is against nature.
The Bible says even the women, even our women have changed the use of that which is against nature. I'm out and about last night trying to get a taco. I see a sister pull up to me trying to look like a male basketball player, trying to hide her physique, trying to hide her naturally curvy body and feminine features to look like a boy so she can attract a woman. Now if you weren't really paying attention, that you wouldn't think there's anything wrong with that. What I just described to you was a mental illness. What I just described to you, a woman trying to hide her naturalness, her natural beauty, her natural what God gave her, that's a mental illness, brothers and sisters. Instead of parading it and celebrating it, we need to get a sister like that back into her natural glory. So even our women have left their, read it again.
For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
The Bible says even our women have changed their natural use into that which is against nature. You have women who, like Brittany Griner, who cut off their breasts to try to appear to be more like a man. That's so against nature. You have women, all sorts of women, who try to go against what God gave them, man. Go against what God gave them. To be more like a man, to be more against their nature. That's a mental illness. That's what God said our women are doing today.
We can't drive over here.
We gotta go. We gotta get out.
Okay, come on.
27. And likewise, also the men, even the nature use of the women.
What is it? Look, and now you got brothers out here. You got a question, brother?
I just want what this is. Exactly.
Oh, this is the Israelite School of UPK, man. We teach blacks, Hispanics, and Natives the truth about the Bible. What's your nationality?
I don't know. I'm adopted, so I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, I wasn't like raised
You gotta find out, man. You gotta find your identity. That's important. Come get a flyer. Come talk to these brothers here at this table, man.
That's all I'm saying. What exactly is this about? Maybe I ran in and fell right here.
It might have been a sign. Exactly, man. Go talk to that man at that table. Look, we gotta get back to who we are as a people, man. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. Are God's chosen people. We are the most holy people on the planet Earth.
Right.
The holy means set apart. And when we come back into our natural state, when we come back into what God made us to be, God will naturally put us on top. You won't have to vote for a wicked president anymore. You won't have to vote of the lesser of two evils. God will establish a black man, a king for you. A righteous man who doesn't have 34 felonies. A righteous man who isn't sympathetic to homosexuality or pedophilia. A righteous man and not a wicked, corrupt politician. If we just come back to what God made us, if we put down the sin in our community, if we stop eating pork, if we stop being homosexuals, if we fix the trauma in our community, if we stop selling drugs and being drug addicts, if we stop being alcoholics, well, brothers and sisters, we won't have to wish to be rich, we just will be. Jesus Christ promised it. He said, I have have many mansions. My Father has many mansions in his house.
Right.
Which one do you want? Which one do you want? If you clean your life up, you can get inside. You'll be invited into the kingdom of heaven. But if not, you will be cast into outer darkness. That's why I'm here today. I'm here today to teach you, man. Look, stop holding in and hiding the sin in your community, the sin in our families. We need to fix it, man. Have the tough conversations. You're a homosexual. Who touched you? What happened to you at a younger age? I'm not here to give you no damn. I'm not going to give you a parade for what you chose as your sexual proclivity, as your sexual identity, while you try to redefine your gender. I'm not going to give you a pat on the back or a handshake for that. Obviously, you're needing help. Obviously, that's a cry for help. The Bible says it's against your nature, man.
That's why I say.
A homosexual man, you're going against your nature. You can't be living for that, baby. You're just hurting yourself. The Bible says you're hurting yourself.
If you're the one true God,
the Bible says you are
maker and the creator of all things.
Good night. Read that again.
Verse 27. And likewise, also the man, even the nature use of a woman, burns in their lust.
Look, even the women, or the men, you're leaving their natural use of a woman, burned in their lust. That's that Pride Month. That's that Pride Month. You know, because a homosexual just can't be quiet and gay. They gotta get oiled up, get a parade, get parade floats shaped in the form of male genitalia, burned in their lust. That's how they have to live their life, because they gotta just let you know. They gotta just let you know what they do in the bedroom. That's how proud they've become behind their traumas. That's how proud you've allowed them. God damn, you deserve. Where's the straight parade? I'm just waiting for the straight parade. I've been waiting for a little while, man. I'll be out front personally, getting numbers. There is no straight parade because it's ridiculous. But a homosexual, he has to celebrate his sin. He has to celebrate his sin because in his mind, he is guilty. God is convicting his heart and his soul because what he's doing is against his nature.
That's right.
Read it again.
27. And likewise, also the man, even the nature or use of women, burned in their lust.
Burned in their lust. Read on.
One toward another.
One toward another, man. That's your Pride Month. Your Pride Month is aggressive and destruction of yourself. It's the embodiment of a self-destruct. That's what your Pride Month is. Self-embodied destruction, man. Because that's where it will lead. It will lead you to a hole in the press. It will lead you into some sort of sexual festival getting monkeypox. You remember monkeypox, right? You remember, right? Monkeypox, an aggressive viral infection generated only in the homosexual community amongst men. Syphilis and AIDS, super gonorrhea. That's where this lifestyle will lead you. Right there. Into a self-destruct because it is so unnatural. God can only show you but so many ways. Brother, why is it called monkeypox? You ever ask yourself that? You ever ask yourself why the scientists called it monkeypox? Them brothers is doing something very unnatural. They need to have a conversation. They need some therapy. They need some counseling, man. You need to get that's how you really get fixed. It's not this Pride Month. It's not a parade. It's not a celebration of the sick. It's actual healing, actual help. Is there any more on that? Read.
Men with men.
Good. Men with men.
Working that which is unseemly.
Working that which is unseemly. That's what what Pride Month is. Women and men used to have a knee-jerk reaction when they saw two men kissing. They used to be like, that ain't right. That's unseemly, brother. That's what the Bible calls unseemly. A homosexual relationship. These are the words of God. Don't get mad at me. Take it with the man. Take it up with the man upstairs, man. I just come down to tell you you what he's talking about. Just like how the Israelites in Egypt had to fall away from the Egyptian lifestyle, had to shun the culture of the Egyptians, blacks, Hispanics, and natives have to shun the culture of our oppressor, the white man. We have to shun the gay culture of the oppressor, man.
That's right.
There is nobody gayer than a Roman.
Right.
And you know all this country is a copy of Rome. That's why the laws are written in Latin. That's why there's an obelisk in D.C. That's why they celebrate the Caesars from Rome, because they worship that's why the government is set up after Rome's democracy, after Rome's republic. That's why the standard, the symbol of this country is the eagle, like Rome was. Just like how the Israelites had to fall away from the culture of the Egyptians back in that captivity, blacks, Hispanics, and natives, you're gonna have to fall away from white culture. You're gonna have to stop loving white women. I'm sorry, I don't know how to tell you. You're gonna have to stop loving white women. You're gonna have to stop worshiping white ideals of beauty standards. You're gonna have to stop straightening your hair, bleaching your skin, following after what a white man is doing, and come back into your culture, man. Come back into your culture that's written up here in the Bible. There's so many things you already do naturally that's in the Bible. Did you know that grills are in the Bible? Gold teeth are in the Bible. Did you know that? Did you know that braids are in the Bible? That's a traditional hairstyle for Israelite men and women. Braids. Samson had braids. That's right, Samson had 7 braids. Those are the lots that he had. You gotta just fall away from the rest of this society. Fall away and fall back into your culture. That's the only way to do right. You can't serve 2 masters. You can't say you love God, but you follow after his greatest enemy. That's what the word devil means. The word devil means adversary. And the white man is adverse to God. He is against everything in God's way. That's why he's giving you Pride Month. That's why he gives you drugs. That's why he gives you all the things that plague and destroy our community. Is that all on that? Read it if you got it.
And receive in themselves that recompense in the air which was met.
The Bible says the gay sex is just the act of homosexual sex is just so nasty. It's just so disgusting that read that again. They're receiving into themselves an error. It's called a mistake. No, the Bible calls gay sex a mistake. Read that last part you just read. Receive into themselves.
And receive in themselves that recompense in the air which was met.
But you love that mistake. That's what I'm trying to teach you, man. Your mind is in the wrong. Because you believe you're a little girl in a boy's body, because you believe in something that's incorrect, now you're gonna exact that mistake you thought of in your mind in real life. That's why you're gonna go cut your sexual genitalia off. That's what gay sex is. Gay sex is an unnatural affection towards the same gender. The Bible calls gay sex a mistake, an error because of your mental condition. That's right. Your desires are wrong. You have a mental illness, man. I don't know how to break it down. The Bible can't break it down more clear than that.
All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life. This and that for life.
You don't receive her what? Her planet! In the Isupk, we ain't worried about the coronavirus. How many of us do you see with masks on? How many of us do you see out here afraid with gloves on?
140 for the rebel.
The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got
Don't
different
sit here and talk shit
I
like
tell
what's
you
gonna
what,
pop out, what's gonna do this. If you gonna cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Right.
Please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice.
Nosotros somos una nación. Nosotros somos la misma gente. Nosotros.
El mundo sepa que nuestros hermanos negros y hermanos moranos ya no estarán separados, pero se unirán para hacer grandes cosas por todas las 12 tribus heredas de Israel. Juan Yasha'al.